This is me, it's Queen said Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Okay, guys, so I got a very interesting question from a woman in the comments section. She said that she is interested in getting into a long-term, committed, monogamous relationship, which is pretty decent. I like that idea. But she does not want to cohabitate with her spouse. So if she gets married or just long term without a marriage, whatever the case is, she doesn't want to live together. She wants to not cohabitate, but have a good long term relationship. Now, she's asking me, what do I think about this? First and foremost, I want to say this is not a new concept. Some of you may have never heard of it before, but this is old as the hills. People have been doing this since the beginning of time, okay? The most famous case I can remember from history is Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo is a badass, revolutionary artist born in the early 1900s. She's already passed over now. And she and her husband lived next door to each other. And they had a stairwell that connected their bedrooms. So if they wanted to be intimate, they could come see each other and they can go about their business any other time. And when they asked Frida, why did she do this? Because everybody thought this was such a weird idea. She said, because we're two very different people and we need our own space. And I bet you, I'm willing to bet a lot of couples out there would actually do very well with this setup. I bet a lot of you right now are watching thinking like, damn, what if I had my own place, you know? So I think the biggest concern really is the expense. If it's something that you can both afford, because think about how much money you're going to be spending to have two different households. That's going to be the biggest thing. But let's say money was no object. Let's say that's not even a consideration. In that case, this could be very, very convenient for both people involved. But can the Aquarius pull this off? Well, out of all the sun signs, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Gemini can pull this off, definitely. Now, that's not to say they're going to want to. It's really going to depend from person to person, because I know some Aquarius who love being in love, love living with their lover. I know some people that love that. So it's going to vary from person to person. But if you have an Aquarius who's down with this concept, they can do very well with this. Aquarius love their freedom. Of course, they can run around naked and paint pictures and do whatever they want all day. You know, who wouldn't like that? You know, so Aquarius would really do very well with this, especially with our eccentric, open-minded, free-spirited nature. Your biggest concern is going to be this. The one couple, I heard a long time ago, I read about a couple who were doing this. And of course, come to find out, one of them was being unfaithful. I think the husband was bringing hookers home and all kinds of different stuff. So him living in the house with her would not have stopped those actions, because he could have just took them to a hotel. But the bottom line is that it made it convenient and easy for him. So for years and years and years, he was bringing women in and out the house. And his wife, of course, who lived on another apartment not too far away, did not know. So your biggest consideration is making sure that the person is trustworthy. But that's a consideration you have to make anyway before you get with anybody anyway. So if you have a very trustworthy person, especially in this case, got the Aquarius or whoever they're with, if they're both trustworthy, this can be really good. It can be very convenient if money's not an object. If children are involved, it's going to complicate things. But if children are not involved, or if children are grown, it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy. It's going to be great. So I'm going to say definitely yes, Aquarius can do this. When I first heard it, I laughed to myself because I had said the other day, like, this must be an answer to my question. Because I said the other day that I really wanted to be with somebody one day. And the spirits have been telling me that I'm going to be with somebody one day. And I was saying that I don't really necessarily want them to live with me. I don't want them in my home. I don't want to make room and move my stuff, you know? And when I read this question, I was like, damn, this is an answer. This is a solution to what I was talking about. So this is really a good solution for any Aquarius who is anything like me. If you're anything like me, if you're what am I? I'm a third decan Aquarius. So if you're a third decan Aquarius with a fiery nature, you might be open to this as well. But like I said before, I do know a lot of people who will give this the thumbs down immediately. So you have to ask the person, because some people want that closeness and some people are fine with that, because it's not like you can't still be close. It's not like you can't spend the night with each other. It's not like you can't come over every day. It's just that you have your own space to go to when that person gets on your nerves. You know, or when that person doesn't want noise. You know, if I'm meditating, I don't want people around banging pots and pans and, you know, that kind of thing. So you can go to your apartment and make dinner and come back when I'm finished. It really does free up a lot of issues. It's very convenient. You know, so it has a lot of positive things to it. The only thing that you have to really be concerned about is the financial aspect. And like I said before, is the person trustworthy? If you have those two things covered, this could work beautifully, because you both can have your own space. You can decorate how you want. You know, you don't have to worry. Sometimes your husband might not want company, or your wife or your girlfriend might not want company, and you do. You want the boys to come over and play PlayStation, or the girls to come over and play PlayStation. And you can just be like, yo, we're going to my apartment, I'll see you later on, and go down the hall, you know? So it's one of those kind of things where it could help in a lot of ways. It could cause a lot of arguments too. Like an example that I just said, if you get ready to go play PlayStation with the girls and your husband wants to be intimate, so you will have to be considerate of the other person and do a lot of scheduling kind of things to see when do you want to spend time together. But this could work for any couple that really likes the idea of having freedom. Aquarius is the freest sign in the zodiac. We really value and appreciate our freedom. So many of us would think this was cool. Many of us would do very well with this. So yeah, cohabitation is not something that you have to do. You don't have to live with the person that you're with, even if it is monogamous and long term. All you have to do is show up in the relationship. Now, regardless of what house you're showing up from, doesn't matter as long as you show up. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much for your question. I hope that helps you. All right, guys, time for me to get going. So I'm going to leave underneath here my PayPal information in case you want to send me a love donation. I'll leave my wish list in case you want to send me a gift. I will leave my email in case you want to get in contact with me, and my information for social media. If you want a tarot or an oracle card reading, please email me or hit me up on one of my social media platforms. Facebook is the one I use the most frequently. So if you want a really fast response, email me or use Facebook. Okay? See you later.